Okay students, this is the class for 11. Today we shall discuss about the structure and function of salivary gland. What is the salivary gland? Salivary gland is the main saliva secretory gland present in our mouth. How many types of salivary glands present in our mouth? There are three types. Three types of salivary gland present in our mouth. First is parotid. Second is sub-maxillary বা sub-maxillary বা sublingual, sub-maxillary বা mandibular. Third is sublingual. Now we shall find the location of these three types of gland in our mouth. Let's draw the mouth. This is our nasal passage. This is our buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity, and this is the ear. First gland is parotid. First gland is parotid. Parotid gland present below the ear. Parotid gland is what is the nature of this gland? Which fluid is secreted? Which type of fluid is secreted from the parotid gland? This is the seras, that means enzyme. Main enzyme secreting gland of our mouth is the parotid. The parotid gland contains a duct through which the content of the parotid glands secrete within the buccal cavity. The duct is called the duct of Stensen. Duct of Stensen. The duct of Stensen, where duct of Stensen open? Duct of Stensen open in the second molar teeth. This is called duct of Stensen. This is open into the second molar teeth. The parotid gland, infection of the parotid, when sometimes infection takes place in the parotid gland, bacterial infection, and this gland became swollen, and this type of disorder is called mumps. This is the secretory product is containing enzyme rich product. Second gland is sub-maxillary or sublingual. Sub-maxillary or submandibular. From the mandible, this is our mandibular bone. Lower jaw is the mandible. Just the attachment lower floor of the mouth, this gland is present. And the gland also contains a duct, and this duct open into the frenulum. Frenulum is a mucus containing fold present below the tongue, by which tongue is attached with the floor of the mouth. This duct open into the lower side of the frenulum, and this duct is called duct of Holton. Duct of Wharton. And another type of glands also present. This is called the sublingual. This sublingual gland present above the submandibular gland, and these gland also they are open through ducts into the frenulum. Let's question arise. The nature of the parotid gland. Parotid is a serous type. That means the enzyme rich containing material secreted from this serous parotid gland. And sublingual gland is the mucus secreting gland. Mucus is a glycoprotein, and this provide a slimy appearance within our mouth. This is the mucus. And the submaxillary or submandibular gland is a mixed type. This is the serous plus mucus. Serous is S, this is M. S plus M. That is the mixed. And the duct of Stensen, duct of Wharton, duct of Rivinus. Then the duct also is called duct of Rivinus. Duct of Rivinus. Parotid gland, duct of Stensen, submaxillary বা submandibular gland, duct of Wharton, and sublingual gland, duct of Rivinus. Three types of duct also. This is the three glands, and the duct is named is different way. And nature of the parotid gland. Parotid gland is a serous type. Submaxillary gland is a mixed type with a serous and mucus containing rich compound secreted from the submaxillary or sublingual gland, and sublingual gland also secrete mucus. This is the three types of gland. Let's we discuss about the structure of a gland and internal structure of the gland. Okay students, now we shall draw the internal structure of the gland. Which cells constitute these glands, and what is the arrangement of the cells within the gland? Suppose this is a gland. Gland containing several zones. The secretory unit also present in the glands. The secretory unit of the glands is called acina. Asynus. Asynus is a group of cells that secrete the serous or mucus, whatever it may be. Let's we draw the structure of a acynus. Acynus is a rosette-shaped structure, or is a racemose arrangement. Cells are cuboidal in nature. This is a internal cavity. It also a lumen, and the lumen is surrounded by some cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells secrete the enzymes or mucus. This is the internal lumen, and this is the cells. Cells has also nucleus. This is the serous type. The serous type, that means these cells secrete enzymes, and enzymes enter into the lumen of this gland. In associated with this serous, this is the serous. A mucus secretory acynus also present, serous acynus. Mucus secretory acynus also present around it. These also some type of cuboidal epithelial cells, elongated cells. These cells also makes a lumen. This is a nuclear nucleus, and this type of sac-like structure is called the mucus acini. Mucus acini and serous acini both are present in the submaxillary or submandibular gland. Sublingual glands only contain mucus acini, and parotid gland only contain the serous acini. What are these? The all secretory product of these glands come out from a duct. Suppose this is a acini. Acini made by several type of cuboidal epithelial cells, and these cells secrete some enzymes or mucus. How these acini ejaculate their content into their buccal cavity? Obviously, they contain a lumen. Several types of passage, and these passages are duct. Several ducts also united here, and ultimately all these ducts ultimately form a ejaculatory duct. These duct, three types, ultimately they form their ejaculatory duct, and the content of this acini secrete from the ultimate duct. This is the ultimate duct, the duct of Stenson or duct of Rivinus, duct of Wharton. How the acini contract? The acini is contracted by two nerve mechanisms, that is the sympathetic and parasympathetic. Mainly here the parasympathetic nervous system is more dominant than sympathetic. And here a myoepithelial cells also present. The myoepithelial cell is a branching cells. Myoepithelial cells is the branch-like cells. These cells covered the total acini, and these cells has the capability to constrict. If this cells is called myoepithelial cell or basket cell. When the myoepithelial cell constrict, then the content of that is the mucus or enzymes come out and they pass through the duct system. Ultimately, it is drained into the mouth. This is the root. We discuss about the total resultant component of the parotid, submaxillary and sublingual gland. This is the saliva. In my next class, I shall discuss about the saliva, its function, its composition, and what are the enzymes present in the saliva and how they work.